my dogs at? What's going on, YouTube world? It's Cruising Nation 3 coming at you again with another video. Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby. Would you rather live with the truth or die with the lie? Listen, we're going to go ahead and open this cage up, man, and dive right in and let the dogs out the cage, baby. Here we go, man. We're going to get it. Wait, before we get started, y'all, we got like 95% of y'all who are not subscribed to the page. Listen, I would gladly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the summer, and I can't do it without you guys. So you hit that subscription button. Please turn the notifications on so you can get notified anytime I go live or make a video. Let's get into this. Brandon Aiyuk and Deebo Samuels. We have a dilemma. I think the San Francisco 49ers have a problem on their hand that I don't think they was prepared for. I don't think when they drafted Deebo Samuels 5 years ago and then came right back in 2020 and drafted Brandon Aiyuk, I don't know if they knew they was going to be this good together. I don't know if they knew that Brandon Aiyuk was going to turn out to be the receiver that he has become. I think the last two, especially last year, I think he finished with 1,300 yards receiving, Brandon Aiyuk. The year before that, I think he finished with 1,000. I think his second year, I think he had like 800 or his first year 800 yards receiving. Deebo Samuels, athlete, astronomical, just brilliant football player, all around athlete, all around football player. You can put Deebo in the backfield. You can line him up at receiver. You can throw screens to him. You can get the ball in his hands. And there's nobody in open field better than Deebo Samuels in the NFL. The man gets downhill. The man is a bowling ball. But we have to talk about this. We have to see the dilemma that the San Francisco 49ers are in right now. Some people call these good problems. Listen, Brandon Aiyuk feeling like he's just coming off the season of his career. He thinking he need to get paid. He want to get paid. He want to be compensated. But they playing Deebo Samuels $25 million. And that's where the conflict come in at. Me, personally, this might sound crazy. I think they should have tried to come off Deebo Samuels and tried to get more for Deebo Samuels. I think with Christian McCaffrey there, it kind of stunts what you can do with Deebo. Deebo not going to get the same amount of touches as he would have got without Christian McCaffrey. Once they brought Christian McCaffrey over there, you can see the dwindling of Deebo Samuels' rushing numbers and his receiving numbers. Now, Deebo was a big part of the offense. I think in 2021, Deebo had like 1,400 yards receiving, which is great. I think in 5 years, he got 4,100 yards receiving. Total, I think he got 19 touchdowns. In 5 years, Brandon Aiyuk got 25 touchdowns. I think he had 3,900 yards receiving in the last 4 years. So far as receiver-wise, y'all, just pure receiver, line you up at the X, the Z, the Y, slot, outside, inside. I think Brandon Aiyuk fits what they need to be able to get over the hump. I know San Francisco drafted Ricky Parcell to try to fill that void for Brandon Aiyuk, but I would have tried to trade Deebo Samuels and see what I can get for him. Over the last 4 years, Deebo Samuels only been healthy 1 year. 1 year. The way he runs, the physicality in which he runs with, he can never be healthy. And I think for San Francisco to get to where they need to get over the hump, if you remember the Super Bowl, they couldn't get open. Deebo was in a straight Quilt and Northern brand. I'm talking about Quilt. So I think if they trade Deebo and get another receiver, another top flight receiver, pay Brandon Aiyuk, get Brandon Aiyuk on the roster, you got the rookie Ricky, and you get another number one receiver, I think the sky's the limit for San Francisco and they can get over the hump. They have not been able to get over the hump. They done been to 2 Super Bowls, I think, in the last 5 years. They cannot get over the hump, partially because their quarterback play, what some like to say, but also they have not had a number one receiver, a number one guy who they can get the ball to when they need to get the ball to him. Kyle Shanahan is a great offensive coordinator. He adapts to his players. He's adapted to Deebo. He's adapted to Chris McCaffrey. He's adapted to the guys that he got around him. But for Kyle Shanahan to get back to where he was in Atlanta when he took that team to the Super Bowl, he had Julio Jones. He had a top flight receiver. He had running backs in the backfield. He had a good balance of passing and running. And that's what I think he's missing here in San Fran. And until they get a number one receiver, they're going to always be good. But until they get a number one receiver, they're not going to get over the hump. And San Francisco 49ers, y'all are dogs. Y'all always been good on defense. Y'all offense always had a stable run game. But, man, for y'all to get over the hump, I think y'all might need to come off Deebo. None against Deebo, y'all. I think Brandon Aiyuk is just a better receiver. Just a better all-around receiver. And if you use the asset that Deebo is, use his trade value and bring in maybe one or two guys that's high level, the San Francisco 49ers, I believe, will get over the hump. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. There's nothing against Deebo. This ain't no Deebo hate, but far as receiver, Deebo is not what you call a natural receiver. Deebo is what you call an athlete. Somebody who you can get the ball to in space. Somebody you can get the ball to make plays for you, to hit his head on the goal post, to give you the yak yards. But if you looking for Deebo to line up, to run a 12-yard post, the 16-yard post, the 15 to 16-yard dig route, the 15 to 16-yard curls, and consistently get open, especially versus man coverage, you are surely lacking, and it's going to be tough because that's not Deebo's game. Go back to when he had that magical run when he did get paid. Deebo made a lot of his noise off of screens, catching the ball out the backfield, running the football because he played a lot of running back this year. And the pass that he did catch was kind of busted coverages. Nothing against that. But I'm telling you right now, San Francisco and San Francisco fans, for y'all to get over the hump, y'all going to have to come off Deebo Samuels, stick with IU. You got the rookie, Parcell, and go get another number one receiver. And you will see the high flying this offense really can be. And you pair that with Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Aiyuk, Parcell, and one more guy. Woo! I'm telling you right now, man, San Francisco. And keep that defense. I'm telling you, sometimes you got to make tough decisions. Sometimes you don't want to get off guys. But Deebo is your best asset right now. One of your best assets right now. Do what you can do to get another guy in there or get rid of him. And guess what? Keep IU. It might sound crazy, y'all, but if you think logically, just sit back and think what I'm saying. Not knocking Deebo. But far as receiver, wide receiver, Deebo is not a Justin Jefferson. He's not a Tyreek Hill. He's not a Devontae Adams. He's not a T. Higgins. He's not a Jamar Chase. He's not a Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's not a Cooper Kupp. He's not that type of guy. He's an athlete. That's all I'm saying. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification button so you'll be notified. Where my dogs at? Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby.